On this 50-point inspection from Aurora Brewing Company out of King Ferry, New York, I have the Killer Awoke Before Dawn. Now, this is an American barley wine coming in at 10% ABV. This was gifted to me by the fine folks over at FLX Beer Reviews. And just so you know, well, there's the label art on this. At Joey's Northside Grocery, this beer was $9.99. I'm not sure if that includes tax or not, but there you go for Tommy Carroll. If you're watching this, you'll know how much this beer costs at that exact grocery. Yeah, it is. It's a wax top. I did have to chip away at the bit there, just to get something for my bottle opener to grasp onto on the cap there. So, first time having this beer, obviously, and I appreciate Dan and Mike for sending it my way. I'm about to open it up and start this inspection. I figured it's a big beer. It can go into what would normally hold a Belgian strong of some sort or a quad. So there you go. Don't see this glassed all that often, but it's holding a special beer. The coloration of the head is kind of this khaki yellowish. It is going away fairly rapidly. It didn't build a large head at all. The color of the beer itself is a nice kind of mahogany coloration. So amber-esque red hues. Let's get some aromatics. From afar, I can smell like a cherry, like kind of a grape. It's like, yeah, like sweet raisin bread. Maybe a little bit of apricot-like too. There's lots and lots of sweetness coming through on this one. Yeah, I'd say raisin-esque. Actually, I made a barley wine years ago, and half the bottles turned out really good. One bottle that I found 2 years after brewing it was fantastic, and that was made with raisins. And it has a very similar smell to this barley wine, so very, very sweet. It was brown sugar and raisins and stuff, so who knows, they could have done all that in this too. But yeah, extra candy sweet. The malt's shining through a lot. Different depths. Just a lovely, lovely smelling American barley wine. All right, let's go in for the first sip here, so cheers. This is a treat. I don't even know if this is like aged. I didn't even look for like. I should have looked for the date anywhere. I don't see it printed on the bottle. I don't see it on the sale sticker. I don't see it on the label. So I don't know if this is aged at all. Maybe sediment at the bottom too, possibly. But yeah, it's. I want to tackle the flavors because it's very flavorful. I gotta talk about the body. Let's get the non-important shit out of the way first. Yeah, it's a medium body. Carbonation on it, lower side, like high side low, low side medium. It's got a little bit of carbonation to it. It's wet, yet drying on the palate. And for 10%, I'd say there is just a touch, a hair of an alcohol flavor. Just very, very smitten. All right, some flavors on this thing. bready, malty. I'd say slight like toffee. The hops coming through. There's big like, it's probably not a hop actually. I should say the raisin. There's a raisin flavor that's probably coming through for the malt as well. Dark fruits from the malt. There is that kind of cherry and apricot flavor as well. When I was belching a little bit there, I was picking up on, it's almost like banana baby food, slightly mixed in there. Maybe some other type of baby food, like a sweet, maybe banana and pear mixed together type concoction. All right. This might be playing with me a little bit here, but I'm getting a little bit of like a spearmint coming out now too. Bitterness on this, I'd say, is moderate. It does have a bitterness that it does hit on the kind of finishing of the beer, and it does linger on. I'd say it is kind of on the earthier, woodsy side of the bitterness. Yeah, and then just a lingering kind of like alcohol presence as well, going along with that bitterness. Yeah. Let's pour, if I can. I'm going to try not to get the rest of this. I don't want the rest of the wax to fall off into anything, but let's see if we can get... Oh yeah, there's definitely sediment that's pouring out like diarrhea. Definitely going to change the beer a bit, I think. That's more of a murky brown. Still very fruity. Yeah, a little bit of like a hay, also kind of on the finish coming up. Pouring all the sediment in, kind of it took away from some of the raisin like flavor. I'm getting kind of more of that banana pear baby food thing. So that was probably coming from the yeast. Yeah, let's go ahead and give this one a score. Okay, I am back. So on Untapped, there's no saying, they don't say anything about the beer, anything like that. But out of 115 ratings, so not many ratings, this beer averages out at a 4.15 out of 5, which on my scale put it in the very good category. Something interesting that I found out that I didn't know was this is probably titled after the Doors song, The Killer Awoke Before Dawn. Or it's called The End, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, maybe the name of the song is The End. I don't know much about the Doors, but anyways, this is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend. The end of our elaborate plans. The end of everything that stands. Yeah, that's just one of the chorus things there. Yeah, let's see. And then there is a part in this where it does say, "The killer awoke before dawn. He puts his boots on. He took a face from the ancient gallery, and he walked on down the hall." All right. Very good. Anyways, let's just get into my score here. I'm going to, even though it looks ugly now, I do recommend if you have this beer, pour it gently, gingerly, whatever. I would not disturb the sediment in the bottom if you have it caked in there. Try to leave that yeast behind. I think it does obviously affect the appearance of the beer, but I think it does distract a bit from the flavors as well. Little tip. So appearance, I'm still going to give it the 6 out of 6 because it looked great when I first poured it. On the aromatics, I was very amazed with it. Like I said, it brought back a memory of something I once did that I thought was pretty damn good. 10 out of 10 for the aromas. On the flavor score, picking up on the hay, the little subtle hint of alcohol. And then, yeah, the finishing notes, kind of woodsy and earthy. Even though it's not super bitter, it would have been nice to have some more of those lingering, sweeter flavors come through, all the way through the finish. 15 out of 19 for the flavor score in this one. Body, 5 out of 5. And for my overall, yeah, I'd say it's a pretty damn good barley wine. The best barley wine I've ever had? No. I'm going to land this at an 8.5 out of 10 for my overall. It's up there with the greats. And that's going to leave Aurora Brewing Company's The Killer Awoke Before Dawn American Barley Wine with a bumpy 44.5 out of 50, which is going to put this as a very good beer. And I want to appreciate both Dan and Mike from FLX Beer Reviews for gifting me this beer. And I just appreciate all the beers that you guys have sent. There's more to come. And there's ones that I've done prior as well. So if anybody wants to watch the beers that have been sent from FLX Beer Reviews, find them. They're around. Anyways, link to their channel right up here. And I just want to say cheers to all of you. And thanks for watching.